Hi everybody, I'm Coach Ali. This is Steph. Welcome to today's full body dumbbell workout. Now, we've teamed up with our friends at Premium Jane to bring you today's train along workout. And I've got to warn you guys up front, you're going to be really sore after this workout today. This is where Premium Jane can help you with their selection of hemp topical salves, perfect for taking the post-workout soreness away quickly and effectively.
We'll introduce you to this delightful post-workout ointment during your mid-workout break, but for now, let's focus on the full body dumbbell workout on hand. Today's training method involves 30 seconds of isotonic repetitions, followed by 20 seconds isometric holding of your weights. Then we're going to finish with another 30 seconds of isotonic repetitions before moving on to the next exercise.
This is yet another method of making your home dumbbell workout really effective. Instead of repeating sets, we're simply switching between isotonic and isometric exercises today to intensify what is in fact a no-repeat full body dumbbell workout. You can follow along and work out with us at home, in the gym, or anywhere else that you like to train. For those of you joining us for the first time, I want to say welcome to the channel and thank you for giving me the opportunity to share my experience with you guys today.
Coach Ali is a master fitness trainer with over 25 years of experience transforming thousands of bodies at the gym, including my own. So I'm sure you'll pick up lots of useful tips along the way today. If you haven't already, could you please consider hitting that subscribe button down below? Your support will help us to create new workouts for you every week. We release a concise version of the workout of the week on Tuesdays at 10 p.m. and an amplified version of the workout on Thursdays, also at 10 p.m.
We're also really happy to announce that we release our weekly workouts early for our channel members. We also offer sample workout programs, diets, as well as a members Q&A segment where we address your questions in video format. These extra benefits are exclusive to our channel members only. So by hitting the blue join icon, you can become a channel member and take advantage of the extra benefits. Be sure to check it out.
That's enough talk from us, you guys. Let's get down to business and start our full body dumbbell workout.
All right, let's start the warm-up for our full body dumbbell workout at home with some sumo thrusters. Now you can see our feet are nice and wide, our toes are pointing out. We're dropping down nice and deep and we're pushing up the shoulder presses and maintaining our posture while we're doing that. Make sure you're using nice light weights. This is only a warm-up at this stage. And as you start to get into it, increase the depth in your squat while maintaining your shoulder press. All right, for our isometric hold, we're going to drop down low into that sumo squat and we're going to maintain our position for the next 20 seconds. All right, let's get into that second set of sumo thrusters now. All right, for the second warm-up exercise for our full body dumbbell workout at home, let's go into some good mornings with some bent over rows. Make sure you're hinging forward, keeping a nice neutral spine when you go into that good morning. Make sure your knees are nice and soft so you're stretching your hamstring and you're protecting your back. And then keep your elbows tucked in by your side when you're doing those rows. Once you pull your hands to your ribs, come back up standing into that upright posture. and then start another repetition from there. For the isometric exercise, let's go into that hinge and we're gonna hold the row up. Second set of good mornings with the bent over row. Let's go. Start in your hinge and let's work some piston rows for this one, guys. So this one has a pretty good pace to it. Now we want to make sure that we bring that dumbbell all the way to our chest and then drop it all the way down. You hold with one hand and you go over it with your opposite hand. And when you pull up, make sure your elbows are tucked in by your side. Very important to have good support by having parallel feet at shoulder width or marginally wider. For the isometric row, let's go nice and high, hold the dumbbell tight against your ribs and keep those elbows tucked in. Second set of your piston rows. Let's do this. Alternate bent over T row for this one, guys. So we're gonna go higher up our back than our traditional bent over row. Make sure your elbow is wide and it's in line with your shoulder, and then make sure that you're keeping a neutral spine as well. Full range of motion, guys, so make sure it's not short. We want to try and elevate the elbow as high as it'll go, and we want to alternate lefts and rights. Allow your hands to fall where they will naturally for this one. For the isometric exercise, let's hold both sides of the T-row nice and high. Make sure you maintain your spinal integrity. Second set of your bent over alternate T-rows. bit of posterior chain work for this full body dumbbell workout, guys. Let's do some alternate bent over rows. Hinge forward and allow your arms to drop in their natural position. We're going to work those bent over rows one side at a time. Now, you can see those elbows are staying tucked in and we're maximizing the range of movement. So this is very important. Make sure you're using your thigh strength to keep you in place and make sure that your spine is remaining nice and neutral throughout the exercise. For the isometric exercise, we're going to go into the high position of both sides of the row and we're going to maintain this for 20 seconds. Second set of your alternate bent over rows. Let's go. Alternate wide chest press for this exercise. So starting with nice heavy weights at the top, we'll drop an elbow down nice and wide and then push it all the way back up, soft straight arms in the middle. Control those repetitions and make sure that your lower back is pinned against the floor when you do this. Focus on your target muscle groups, which is your chest and your triceps. For your isometric exercise, we're going to go to the top and we're going to hold our position there. All right, everybody, let's start your second set of your alternate wide chest presses. Dumbbell push-up for this exercise. Now, you can see that I'm doing it on my toes and Steph's doing it on her knees, so do the one that you're comfortable with. You can see the dumbbells are relatively wide and they're in a V position, so this is going to maximize using both your chest and your triceps, and it's going to give you adequate balance so you can really get into the core aspect of it. Nice deep push-ups on this one, guys. Little pause at the bottom and a little pause at the top as well. For your isometric exercise, we're going to go 3/4 of the way down and hold our position. This is going to be really tough on your chest and triceps, but it's also going to challenge your core as well. Second set of your dumbbell push-ups now, guys. Make sure that you're protecting your back, so we don't want any tailbones pushing out. Close grip chest press for this exercise. So with your feet planted on the floor and your lower back pinned, push the dumbbells together and squeeze them up all the way. Now make sure that your elbows are tucked in by your ribs when you do it, so we can get those extra emphasis on the triceps, particularly your lateral triceps. Now you'll also feel a really good squeeze through the center of your chest as well. You can see we're adding a little pause at the top, so try to do that if you can as well. For your isometric exercise, let's go to the top of the exercise and maintain our position. Second set of your close grip chest presses. Let's do this. For the legs component of your full body dumbbell workout, we're going to do some dumbbell goblet squats. So you can see our feet are at shoulder width, they are parallel, and our toes are pointing forward. As we drop deep into that squat, we want to make sure we get our elbows close to our thighs or even touching our thighs, but try to maintain your posture. You want to make sure you're not leaning forward on this one. Nice steady pace throughout this exercise. Alright, let's drop down into that isometric squat. Hold your position and again try to maintain your posture. Second set of your dumbbell goblet squats. Nice and deep this time round, guys. Let's go.
For this dumbbell exercise, guys, we're doing some side squats. So you can see we're going to go to the left side and do an entire set of the side squat. Then we're going to do our isometric hold. When we finish our set, we're going to go straight into side squats on the right side. So this is going to be an extended set, you guys. Make sure you're nice and wide and make sure that your feet are parallel and make sure that you're maintaining your upright upper body throughout this exercise. All right, let's go into our isometric hold on the left side. Second set of side squats on your left side, guys. Let's do it now. All right, after a quick couple of seconds rest, we're going to go into the right side and start to work those side squats. Let's do it. Isometric hold on your right side squat. Do it now. Let's start our second set of side squats on the right side. Let's go. Dumbbell sumo squats for this exercise, guys. You can see that our feet are nice and wide, and when we're dropping down into the low position, our shin bones are parallel. Make sure your toes are pointing out 45 degrees and make sure you maintain your posture when you drop down into the low position of those sumo squats. At no point should you be locking your knees, so make sure you keep them soft the whole time. Okay, let's drop down into our isometric hold. Make sure that you maintain the low position of your sumo squats and try to maintain your posture. Second set of your dumbbell sumo squats. Let's go. From 4 points position, we're going to work our fire hydrant. We're going to work on one side by squeezing the knees together and then making that lateral movement all the way up, trying to get around 90 degrees if you can. Make sure there's no rotation at the shoulders so the upper body remains nice and still. You're going to feel this in your abductors and particularly in the outer glutes. The way up and the way down should use ample control. Alright, let's go into that isometric hold and hold it as wide as you can for as long as you can. Alright guys, second set of your fire hydrants on the same side. Let's work a set of fire hydrants with your opposite leg now. Go into your isometric exercise by holding your fire hydrant as wide as you can for as long as you can. Second set of your fire hydrant isotonic reps. Let's do it now. Dumbbell weighted glutes bridge for this exercise. You can see our feet are parallel and at shoulder width, planted heavily on the floor, and then it's a matter of lifting all the way up. You want to try and create a straight line from your shoulder all the way to your knee as a minimum as far as your glutes bridge lift is concerned. Steady return and focus on squeezing your glutes as well as your hamstrings and erectors. Alright, let's push all the way up and go into an isometric hold now. Second set of your dumbbell weighted glutes bridge. Start lying side on and nice and flat. And then we're going to work our side stiff leg raise. Now, you can see that your ankle is leading the movement and that your dynamic knee is nice and straight. If your toes pop up, your hips are in the wrong position, so make that adjustment. Let's get steady, controlled movement and good range as far as your up-down movement is concerned. For your isometric hold, let's go nice and high and just maintain your position for 20 seconds. Second set of your side stiff leg raise with the same side. Alright guys, let's turn over and work the same side stiff leg raises with the opposite leg this time. Now pick those legs up into that isometric hold. Second set of your side stiff leg raise with the opposite leg. Neutral grip upright rows for this exercise. Now make sure that you're lifting and pulling the dumbbells along your ribs with your elbows tucked in. Now you want to lift with your elbows and your shoulders so you can maximize the workload on your traps. Make sure your knees are slightly bent and there's no up-down movement of your torso. Keep your neck nice and relaxed. Try not to put too much pressure on it. Let's go into the high position of your neutral grip upright row and let's hold our position there for the next 20 seconds. Okay guys, second set of your upright rows. Let's do it now. Guys, this is going to be one of the most difficult exercises in your full body dumbbell workout today. We're going to go into some lateral raises. Now, make sure your hands are pronated and make sure you're extending all the way. We don't want any small movements. We want it to be nice and big. Make sure that your knees are marginally bent and your hips behind you so that there's no swinging back and forth as far as your body is concerned. Pace yourself and see if you can put a little pause at the top of the exercise in the crucifix position. For your isometric hold, let's go all the way up into that crucifix and hold for the next 20 seconds. Second set of your dumbbell lateral raise. Standing dumbbell press for this exercise. Now make sure that you've got your knees slightly bent, your hips are slightly behind you, and you've got your core engaged. And we're going to push forward in a horizontal line, making sure that you're tucking your elbows in as you do it. Put a little pause at the end of it where you get that really good core engagement and focus on your targeted muscles, which is the anterior of your shoulders and your core. Ready for your isometric hold, guys. Extend your arms out as far as you can. Keep your knees slightly bent and hold on to that position. Second round of your standing dumbbell presses. Let's do it. Let's bend over for some reverse hammer flies for this exercise. Now, make sure that you're hinging with a nice neutral spine, and you can see that we're extending outwards and pushing those arms into a nice horizontal line with a hammer hand position. So you can see no twisting of the dumbbell as we raise it, so we can really emphasize the back of the shoulders and your rhomboids. Protect your back during your hinge. This is going to be absolutely the hardest isometric hold, you guys. Let's lift into the high position of your hammer flies and maintain it for the next 20 seconds. Second set of your reverse hammer flies. Let's do it. Romanian deadlifts with a single dumbbell for this one, guys. You can see the main emphasis here is a hinge of the hips. There's no squatting action. There's a marginal bend of the knee, and that is to protect your back and to keep your hamstrings comfortable. As you drop down, you're basically trying to make your upper body horizontal, but you've got to make sure that you keep a neutral spine and that you're not curving your back when you do it. When you come up, there's no rowing of the arms, guys. This is very important. For your isometric hold, we're going to hold the low position of your RDL. Again, really important to make sure that your spine is neutral. Make sure you're using your thigh strength to keep you in place. We don't want your tailbone curling in for this one. Second set of Romanian deadlifts. Let's do it now. Continuing our dumbbell workout at home with some sumo calves raises. So we're going to drop down into a nice wide sumo squat. Make sure that your shin bones are parallel. Make sure your toes are pointing out. And from that low position, we're going to work some calves raises. Now, you can see we're doing both feet at the same time, and we're trying to maintain our height when we go up into the calves raise. So try not to bob up and down. For the isometric component, let's go up into the calves raise and maintain our position. Now, this is going to be really hard to balance. It's going to test your stabilizers, but we're going to do it. If you falter, just get straight back up and maintain it. Second set of sumo calves raises. Let's do it now. Plie calves raises for this one. Now we're doing a goblet hold, but if you want to hold the dumbbell differently, perhaps head to head, then that's okay as well. You can see our toes are pointing out and our heels are closer together. And then it's a matter of elevating into that calves raise as high as you can and put a little pause at the top of it. Keep your knees soft straight and make sure that you're maintaining your spinal integrity. There's no pushing back and forth of the hips for this one, guys. For your isometric component, let's go up into that calves raise and maintain your height and try to balance as well as you can. Second set of plie calves raises, guys. Let's do it. Biceps hammer curl for this exercise. You can see that we're starting with our hands neutral and parallel. The elbows are tucked in by our ribs, and it's a simple move, shifting the dumbbells from your thighs all the way up with minimum 90 degrees angle. Now you can see we're going to our thighs rather than to the side so that there's no momentum and there's better isolation of your lateral biceps. For your isometric exercise, let's go midway up and hold the dumbbells vertical. Second set of your biceps hammer curl. Let's do it now. Continuing our dumbbell workout at home with some dumbbell biceps curls. Now, you can see we're doing both sides at the same time. So make sure you start in that neutral position down low And then you want to turn your hands 90 degrees. So we want supinated hands at the top of it. Make sure there's no movement in your elbows. Try to keep those nice and still. And make sure that your knees are remaining nice and soft and your hips are marginally behind you. We don't want any swing forward of your hips. Now for the isometric component, let's hold up both sides of that isometric bicep curls about 2/3 of the way up. Okay, let's go into our second set of double bicep curls.
Bring the baseline back around again.
Hinging forward for some triceps back swings for this exercise. Now you can see your knees are bent, you're well supported using your quadricep strength and making sure that you're keeping your spine nice and neutral by pushing your tailbone out slightly and really squeezing your erectors. Swing by rotating at the shoulders. So this is not a movement in the elbows, it's a backswing. Full contraction in your lats and your triceps, particularly your long triceps.
Baseline back around again.
For your isometric exercise, when you throw that swing back, hold it in position and make sure that your spine remains nice and neutral. Alright, let's start your second set of triceps back swings. Lying supine for some skull crushers for this exercise. You can see that our arms are nice and parallel and the head of the dumbbell is coming over to our shoulders beside our ears, and then we're rotating the elbows 90 degrees until we've got extended arms. Make sure that your lower back is pinned against the floor when you do this, and make sure that there's no swing of your elbows throughout the movement either. Your arms are to remain parallel throughout the whole exercise. For the isometric component, let's go to the top of the exercise and hold soft straight arms nice and parallel. Second set of your supine lying skull crushers. Let's go. Weighted abs crunch for this exercise. Now you can see the weight is at the top of our chest and we're securing the load with our hands wrapped around it. When you lift up into the crunch, make sure that your chin is tucked in and make sure that your lower back is pinned against the floor. This is a rolling action and not a hinge. Support your lower back by planting your feet firmly on the floor when you do the exercise. For the isometric exercise, we're going to go into a roadkill and we're going to maintain our position. Make sure your shoulder blades are lifted on the ground and make sure your legs are nice and straight. Second set of your weighted abs crunches. Let's go. V-leg drops for this exercise, guys. You'll note this is unweighted, so you don't need your dumbbells for this one. Now, make sure that your feet are flexed and make sure that you're opening up with steady pace and straight knees. Return nice and slow because we don't want any unnecessary pressure in the groin. Lifting your head and shoulder blades will amplify the exercise by activating your core, but it'll also protect your lower back and prevent it from arching up. Let's go nice and wide for your isometric exercise and hold that position. Keep your core engagement. All right, now let's move into the second set of your V leg drops.
Well done for finishing your full body workout with dumbbells. If you enjoyed the workout, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that alert button so you don't miss out on the new workouts each week.
Now, very important, you guys, if you're looking to burn body fat, make sure that you continue to the secrets to burning body fat video right now. You'll see a link of it at the end of this video. Get straight into it right now while your body is perfectly primed for burning body fat, which is right now. On the other hand, if you're finished for today, we recommend that you move on to our post-workout stretching and cool down video with our in-house physio Daphne. There is a link of that available in just a few seconds as well, so be sure to check it out.
Before we finish, we'd like to thank Premium Jane for their support of our workouts. Show them some love by checking out premiumjane.com.au if you're in Australia or premiumjane.com if you're abroad. You can use discount code ALI25 on checkout and get 25% off all of your purchases.
As always, thank you guys for training with us. We look forward to bringing you another home dumbbell workout in just a few days' time. Look after yourselves and we'll catch up with you guys very soon.